What if the way you greet your husband could transform your entire relationship? That warmth, that hug, can genuinely create moments that matter. Today we're going to be talking about how to set the tone as a wife. When your husband comes home after a hard day's work, what are you doing? Ask yourself these questions. Does the atmosphere you create when your husband comes home reflect the love and appreciation you feel for him? How intentional are you about turning his transition from work to home into something calming and joyful? What simple actions could you do to make him feel truly valued when he walks through that front door?
Now I know I love you for life.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Husband in Life. I am Standish.
And I'm Kelechi.
And together,
We are the
Chappikas.
Happy Tuesday, guys. Welcome back for another interesting and dynamic episode of our podcast.
Yes.
You are joining us this week to talk about our fantastic love of wives and husbands, as we say.
Yes.
And making sure that we are able to look after our husbands. Now, I think you may have seen that we're going to be talking about making the home a safe space.
Yeah.
And so because of that, the reason why we're discussing this is because of the fact that we got a dilemma about this. Obviously, we always like to marry the two. And so we're just going to dive straight into the dilemma. Dilemma says, I've always worked hard to provide for my family. Long hours, stressful deadlines, and constant pressure to succeed. It's exhausting, but I do it because I want to give my wife and kids a good life. Every day I tell myself it's worth it, but lately something feels off. When I come home, instead of feeling like I'm stepping into a safe haven, I feel like I'm stepping into chaos. The house is a mess, the kids are screaming, and my wife barely looks up from her phone or whatever she's doing to acknowledge me.
Hey.
That's a sign. That's a red flag. I know she's tired too. I get it. But it feels like the effort to connect with me is gone. The other night, I came home after a particularly rough day at work. I'd been yelled at by my boss, missed an important deadline, and spent 2 hours stuck in traffic. Oh, that commute ain't it. That commute is not it. All I wanted was a moment of peace. Instead, I walked into the house to find toys scattered everywhere, the TV blaring, and my wife handing me the baby without so much as a hi. It felt like I wasn't even seen. Now, here is the big twist. That same night, I overheard her on the phone with her friend laughing and talking about how excited she was for their girls' weekend. She sounded so alive, so happy, completely different from the woman I come home to every night. I couldn't sleep that night. I felt like I was just shocked. I didn't understand. I kept wondering, when did I stop being the person she gets excited about? Now I'm torn. Should I tell her how I feel? I worry she'll think I'm ungrateful for everything she does at home. Or should I just let it go and keep pretending everything's fine? But deep down, I can't shake the fear that we're slowly drifting away, drifting apart, and I don't know how to bring us back together. Please help. There's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah, there's a few things that he says there. It's very important to be seen in relationships because it's like, imagine every time you ask a question, you're just shut down. Every time you try and say something, you're shut down. He hasn't even, he's literally just been in traffic. He said the worst day at work. He walks in thinking, I've been fighting some demons fighting some wars out there, fighting some. Then he puts the key through the door. It was only half time, blood. It's here. It's bosh in your face. Boom. And my guy's like, can I catch a break? I've been on the grind all day.
Yeah.
Can I get a hello first? Can I get a
hug?
Can I get a hug? Oh, babe, how was your day? Because I told you this previous episode, men need encouragement. So you coming home and you're getting war straight away is just going to make you not really want to share about the bad things that's happening in your life. Because you want to go to your person, and your person should be the one you can talk to when you're feeling down, and they'll bring you up.
Yes. Yes. They put some life into
They
you.
put some life into you. So if you can't even go to your person when you're feeling like shit
worst
just hit
day
the
ever.
fan,
Yeah.
you're going through it. Who can you go to? Who do you talk to? Because your wife clearly has her girls, because she's so excited about her girls' night out without the kids, where she can let loose. Been out with the lasses on the lash.
The lash.
So I can understand why he feels the way that he feels, because Claire, she hasn't taken the time to think, okay, my husband has been at work all day. Because in her mind, she's dealing with the kids too, because the kids are difficult too. Let's not downplay that. That is a big thing too, because they want something every second. You can't even go toilet by yourself.
You cannot.
You know, and they can't look after themselves. So he's like caught between the two. That's why he feels like, should I say something or should I not do anything? Because at the same time, it comes across as selfish in her mind. She's going to go, well, what do you think I was doing all day? Can you not see I'm trying to keep these children alive? Can you not see that's what this is? And that is not an environment somebody's going to want to come and open up to you when shit is really bad, when they're feeling down, when they're depressed, when they're going through things. That's not the person that's going to be like a receptive to whatever you're going to say. Because you know, even when you're going through stuff like this will show you when shit really hits the fan. She might just be like, I don't know what you're complaining about. What? Man up.
Oh dear.
Man up is what she's going to say to him.
Oh dear. No.
This is why he's thinking, how should I approach this? Because you know these are the kind of guys that even after the 2-hour traffic, they'll be sitting in there, they pull up to their house and they go, Jesus, shall I call in? What kind of day am I going to have when I walk through those doors? What is it going to be like when I put the key in the door?
They take an extra 10 minutes.
10 minutes just to
breathe.
It's like they were playing the serial killer role. They just have to decompress, just to reset before they walk in.
Yeah. I think that what he's saying is valid. When you come home from a long day, and you want to be at home, and you do want to get involved with the family, and you do want to sit down and just relax. It's been hard. From what you said, it's been a hard day. You had to deal with the boss. You had to deal with being late. You had to deal with this going wrong, that going wrong. It's stressful. And to come home to, a home that is a mess and nobody's even acknowledged your existence when you walk through the door, is painful. It's extremely painful. And I think there's several practical things that she could do to make him feel loved. Because clearly that's what he's saying. He doesn't feel like he's being seen, so he doesn't feel the love at the moment. So there's several things that she could do, and it's not a case of it being a 1950s type relationship where we come home and the provider is home, oh yay, hail him. You can do that, but we're in 2025 now, so the practical steps that she could take herself, and there's a few that he could do too, but the practical steps that she could take is, first of all, they both need to sit down and have a conversation. We can't pretend it's not happening. It's going to continue to happen if you don't say anything. We can't read minds. So express yourself. Express yourself. But obviously, we say this all the time. It's all about delivery. Okay? You need to make sure the way you deliver the message is peaceful, calm, non-combative. Do not defend. Don't be defensive and like, oh, you did this, or telling her off, fingers in her face. None of that. Relaxed, calm. Can we just have a quick chat? There's a couple of things I want to discuss with you. Let's sit down, maybe when the children are sleeping, on a weekend where there's no plans, and we sit at home and we just, quiet time, nap time of the children, let's sit down and talk. That's what we should do. Just find candles if you need to, some sage to help you calm the area down, to do the feng shui, all of it, yeah? But you do need to discuss it, absolutely. And then find out what's going on with her, because the house might be a mess for a reason. There might be some postpartum depression going on. there may be some serious dark places that she's in at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
and so therefore she don't want to clean nothing,
Mm.
and she definitely does not want to acknowledge your existence. She wants to be doing things that distract her from the way that she's feeling, because she's probably drowning in nappies and children's things and children's wants. I remember a time where like our daughter could not be left. If I had to go to toilet, she was there. And she wasn't a toddler. She was literally like, and I'd be like, can I just go to toilet by myself, please? And she'd be like, no, I want to be with you. You can't have a moment. Like, you can't have a moment. And sometimes going to the toilet is the only moment that you get the whole day. Some people can't even shower because there's so much to do. There's so much demand. So you need to figure out what's going on with her. There's a reason why the house is a mess. And I'm sure it wasn't always a mess. So you need to ask her, what's going on? Is there an issue? Maybe she's resentful that you're going to work and you get to get some peace and quiet. And she's at home with 2 children screaming at her every day, having tantrums, rolling themselves on the floor. You have to manage emotions for children.
Regulate,
And
because you
your
can't regulate.
own.
Yeah.
Because they can't regulate. So there's a lot going on in the household that you're not seeing. And so when you walk in through the door, yes, it may be chaos, but there's something deeper happening. That's why there's chaos. So you need to delve a bit deeper and help your wife and find out why. Why is the house a mess? It's probably a mess because she's tired and she's overwhelmed and she's burnt out and she's tired of being touched every minute by little hands asking and needing. Mummy 1,000 times a day. Like it's draining. The last thing you want to do is start picking up toys and putting them away for them to be put out again. Listen. I'm having the flashbacks, okay?
Let's just leave them there.
Let's just leave them there and we'll deal with them when we deal with them. When they've gone to bed, maybe we'll deal with them then.
Once a day.
But really and truthfully, you're putting them away to have the kids pull them back out again. So
it's
this
counterproductive.
absolutely does not make any sense. So you need to have a conversation. And then once you establish what is going on with her, find ways to help her, okay? Find ways to be... It might be a case of you might have to come home and put toys away and put babies in baths. You might have to do that.
Because I think at the moment, as I found out,
Tell them the story, man. Yeah.
because people don't understand how demanding it is being at home as a parent looking after kids. They think it's very easy, it's very simple. There's much. All you got to do, just go play with them, feed them, that's it, done. Nah, it's not like that. So he must be grossly misunderstanding.
Misinformed.
He's very misinformed regarding the amount of work, time, patience, persistence it requires for you to stay sane when you have toddlers around you. So because of that, there might be a resentment or not quite understanding, like, what are you doing all day?
That's that question.
What are you actually doing all day? Huh? All you gotta do is that.
And I always feel like when that question comes, I'm just like, come and do this for one day.
Yeah.
One day.
That's
I'm
it.
telling you, you'll be finished.
Yeah.
We have to do it every single day, 24/7,
Yeah.
7 days a week. There's no days off when you're around. So maybe they need to switch roles for a minute, and then he might have a different perspective.
Yes.
And then he may find that the toys are on the floor, and nobody's saying hi when you nobody's saying hi when you walk through the door, because she's mentally and physically exhausted.
She's finished.
She just wants you to walk through the door. She's actually waiting for you to walk through the door so she can pass the children to you and she can go and actually do something that's an adulting type of activity. Because she's surrounded by children all day.
Because she's had conversations with baby. She's spoken baby all day. She's spoken baby, or she wants to have a grown
No
conversation.
full sentences. No full sentences all day, every day.
Stop. Wait.
Yeah. It's one word.
What?
No.
No.
Literally. So it's one of those things where they need to understand each other's perspectives as well. She also needs to understand where he's coming from, because going to work every day is stressful also, but on a different level.
Yes. It's because at the moment, one thing's their job is harder than the other, but both jobs are equally important. They
Yes.
carry the same weight.
Yes.
They are extremely important for your children, for the foundation that you're trying to lay and set, how you're trying to bring up these little people. You want them to have confidence. You want them to have self-belief. You want them to feel loved. And you can't necessarily pour into them
From an empty cup.
on an empty cup. If you're stressed, if you're worried about this, if you're worried about that, if you're not communicating, if you're not understanding what this person is bringing to the table, if you're thinking, nah, all he does is just go to work. I'm doing all this work and he still doesn't. So when he comes in, there's your kids, mate. That's it.
I'm gone.
I'm done. Where's my? I'm grabbing my
wife.
bottle and I'm done. Nobody talk to me.
You're on baby duty now and I'm done. And that's how it goes. But it's funny because I looked at the research on what to do when your husband comes home from work.
Oh, tell us.
It was a little old school, but it was something. It was interesting to see.
Do you love travel and do you love money? Now we have been able to combine the two things that we love the most, which is travel and money. And here we are living the lifestyle that we've always dreamed about. We are no longer worrying about our annual leave because we are not 9-to-5ers and we're not living paycheck to paycheck. You can monetize travel to help you live the lifestyle that you want, travel the world, and help other people understand how they can travel the world too. We help our clients to book the most amazing holidays, just like this one that we're on at the moment. And we want to help other people also live this lifestyle. So if you're interested, please do send us a message and we will give you all the information that you want. Making travel pay, that's what we do.
School, but it was something. It was interesting to see.
Tell us what do you do on the list,
So
babe?
what you should do when your husband comes home from work is, as soon as he walks through the door, you greet him warmly. Okay, give him about 5 to 7 minutes of your time. You greet him warmly. That sets the tone for the evening, ladies. Okay, you may want to take some notes when whilst I'm saying this, so that you can also connect with your husband
and get warm.
Yeah,
too.
get the warmth and set the tone. Also, what you want to do is stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing, girls. Okay? Stop what you're doing. Pause. And focus on him. And focus on him and how he's feeling. Give him a hug, a kiss, a touch on the arm. You know? And use affirming words.
Affirming words.
Affirming words.
Example.
Hi, love. I missed you today. How was your day, darling? You know? Stay connected.
Yeah.
Right away. And also, small gestures are really important. Okay? Remind him that he's appreciated and valued every single day.
Every day.
Offer him something that he loves, a snack, a cup of tea, warm bath, whatever he likes. And ask him how his day was. Ask him, how was your day? What did you get up to? What encounters did you come across? Make sure you minimize distractions. I don't know how you're going to do that with kids. I don't know how that's possible. But the distractions need to be minimized, apparently. No phones. Put your phone down, put your laptop away, turn TV down. Focus on him. Some of these I agree with. Some of these are a little old school for me, I think. But I do believe that you should greet your husband, absolutely, when he walks through the door. You should give him a hug, give him a kiss, ask him how his day was. Make sure, we make sure that you have food ready when you walk through the door. The water is hot for you to have your shower. Those things are non-negotiable for either one of us. So
we set the tone.
Whoever's coming home first, do what you need to do.
Yes.
Whoever's been home all day, do what you need to do. So it's like, I think it shows appreciation. It shows that you respect that the person's gone out to work, and also that you fully you care about them. You know that they've had a hard day, even if they haven't. Like, they've been at work all day. Yeah. Even if they love their job so much, it's been a lot for them. And all they want to do is come home, have a shower, eat, and spend time with their family. They might not even want to spend time with their family. They might just want to sit quietly. and just relax.
Watch television.
Read
a book.
Watch their football in your case. Whatever. But it's,
What it was the person's downtime is.
you know what they need because they do it every day. So it's like putting those things in place for when they walk through the door is important. And I do understand why some men sit outside or some women sit outside for 5 minutes
Before they
or
walk
10
in.
minutes before they walk in because of the fact they're not going to get that.
It's going to be war when you walk in.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah, it's going to be hostile, And you don't want hostility in your home. You want peace and tranquility. That's the whole point of, creating the family so that...
That's why you make your house. You want to make your house or your home to reflect that. You want to set that tone, those moods. You want it to show that. So when you walk in, when you're getting ready to go to your house after a hard day, the moment you walk in, you literally just almost let go of all the battles and all the things you went through. And you can literally walk in on a clean slate and say, babes,
yeah,
it's good to see you.
Good to see, and it's good to be seen.
My baby,
That's how it is.
You want to go to the baby, you don't want the baby.
The baby. When she hands you the baby, you're like, oh, my baby. Yes, I missed you. Not, here's your child. And bye. And bye. But I think it is a case of, again, communication and figuring out why this is happening. She's not doing it just for the sake of it. Something's going on. There could be underlying, conditions happening that you're not aware of, and she hasn't verbally told you. She's kind of showing you, but she hasn't verbally told you. So it's a case of having a chat. Let's have a chat. That's why they chat so much on Love Island,
We need to talk.
Let's have a chat. There's a reason why they talk so much on that show.
Because as much as we think we know, we don't know. And the way to know is to ask the question.
Get curious.
Get curious. Ask the question. Because women will tell you. They will say this is going wrong, this is not going right, this is what needs to happen. It's whether you're willing to listen and you're willing to implement what is being said. That's what you can do from your side of things. And from her side of things, like you say, you have to try and understand what she actually goes through on a day-to-day. And then you might be surprised, that list might be longer than yours. Yeah. And then you realize, like, wow, I was expecting it to be a miracle worker, but this thing is hard.
Magic.
I see it now. Oh, I understand now. Oh, I see that. I appreciate that. Yes. So that carries a certain level of just like appreciation and respect and care and kindness.
Kindness. Oh, we didn't use the kindness. Yes, kindness is very important. Yes.
So, yeah. But I think you do some of these things, Which ones are the ones I want to know, the ones you think are 1950s? What are those 1950s ones you disagree with?
The ones that I thought were a little... Oh, I can't think.
Taking feminism back a few years.
The one that I thought was a little bit crazy is to... I mean, I get you need to focus on him. Stop what you're doing. Pause. What if you're busy wiping a butt or something?
No, they don't mean literally, babe.
Yes.
They mean...
It says, stop what you're doing, pause, and focus on him.
Doesn't mean if you're on a treadmill, bud, you just got...
It's just, there's certain times where you can't pause. Yeah. You can't. It does say it. Whatever you're doing, stop what you're doing and focus on him.
I think what that meant was, because it's such a short statement, I think what they were trying to say, let me give them benefit of that.
Why are you doing that?
Because it's unrealistic to expect anybody to just stop whatever they're doing.
Exactly.
You can say what they were trying to get at is, can you make him feel like he's important? Make him feel like, oh, hey babe, how are you? I'm just finishing up. I'll be there in 1 second. Stuff like that. Or let me just give you a quick guys. I'm just cooking. I'm just getting, and then that.
Yeah.
So you kind of stopped what you were doing, but you've also acknowledged who he is, and you haven't burned the house down in the same time. So you're doing both, and the kids are there too. So you're doing 3.
You're doing all the things, and that's a lot. Mental load is.
But they say women can multitask.
That doesn't mean that we should. Doesn't mean that we should, and that doesn't mean that we like to. Doesn't mean that we like to. Just because you can do something doesn't mean that you like to do it.
Maybe she does.
Well, this wife does not. So, as we just discussed, she does not, because she doesn't even acknowledge him. So,
She acknowledges her girls' trip. You know, my guy.
Because she's excited about getting away. She's excited about freedom. She's excited about not being touched constantly and being asked for things. Mummy, can I have? Mummy, can I have?
Yeah.
That's what she's excited about. She's excited about sleeping, uninterrupted sleep.
Uninterrupted sleep.
That's what she's excited about. The girls' trip ain't even going to be that exciting. She's going to bed, mate. She's going to have wine and go to sleep.
Yeah.
That's what she's going to do. So that's the difference. But I think that's our 2 cents, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let us know what you think. Put it in the comments. Make sure you share this with someone. Do you think that we need to really put our little aprons on and be ready at the door? Hey, husband, how are you? Mwah.
This one or
You
that
know,
one?
What would you like? All of that. What do you think? Is it a bit old school?
No, it
Do we
ain't.
need to- Do we need to get back to those times?
Yeah.
Have we missed? Okay.
No.
Have we missed? Have we missed something in terms of marriage and being there to greet your husband at the door?
To be submissive
To
to
be
you.
submissive to your husband.
To serve your husband.
Serve him. Which, I mean, marriage is part of that. So let us know what you think, and we will be back with you next week. Have a fantastic week. Speak to you then.
Take care.
Peace.
Bye bye.
Love you